Have you? You were super young when you were arrested, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
I was 14 when I did the pilot.
What was your act? I know you.
14. Woo.
Hubba.
You grew up in Palm Springs. I just researched. So were you?
Not so many cheers for that, huh?
Sherman's Deli. Woo!
Yeah, that's true. That's all I have.
And your dad was an actor, so
no. My grandfather was an actor.
All right,
in,
Wikipedia.
The 60s. It hasn't been updated. No, my dad. So my grandfather was an actor and was born in New Orleans and had a career in Hollywood in the 50s and 60s. He was in Thomas Crown Affair and Valley of the Dolls.
Wow.
And then and then he did a TV show called Naked City and 12 O'Clock High. And then he kind of got blacklisted because he slept with a British model whose husband was a studio guy. I don't know. There's something that happened around towards the end, but my mom was raised in Hollywood, and then my dad is from Baghdad. Baghdad dad.
Baghdad dad. They have a whole bag of dads there.
A whole bag of dads. I just picked one. And so he came over in the 70s, $200 in his pocket, and his family owns a lot of the big strip clubs in Hollywood, like Seventh Veil, The Body Shop, Girls. Yeah. So he was a barback.
Seventh Veil was the first one because he was trying to still convince himself that it's
it's
classy and it's cultural.
I don't think they're worried about that, sadly. But and my mom was a law school dropout, and so she got a job as a waitress at the Body Shop, and they met and fell in love.
Wow.
And then decided to open up their own business in Palm Springs because my grandfather, her dad, the actor, had a weekend home in Palm Springs he retired in because all the actors in the 60s did. And so then they moved there and opened up their own strip club. And
this is so romantic as long as they're still together.
They are still together. And the strip club's still going. And it's called Showgirls. It's in Cathedral City.
I have to imagine there was some sort of mafia connection, not your family, but if you're going to open a strip club in Palm Springs, the mob is involved, right?
I mean, my dad's family always seemed like the mob. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was just a lot of them. They're Arabic. They have gold chains.
That's one of the definitions of a mob. Yeah.
They're they're gamblers. We went to Vegas every weekend. A lot of my childhood. So it was very Alia, anything you need. It was very. It had the same persona, but I don't think they were killing people. Sometimes it would one of the clubs would burn down, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But
that's what I'm talking about.
But my dad is very the straightest arrow of the bunch. He's very conservative, and so in Palm Springs, it's this one will be run like a tight ship.
No more burning. No more burning.
No, he's a very honest businessman. Yeah, very honest.
We have a friend, Chris Romano, who this is all public record, right?
He said it on TV.
He's told this story on the podcast, but his name's Chris Romano. He couldn't be more Italian. He's this little a little sounds like a horrible debate. He's shorter. He's short, but he's so Italian and so charming and and he was always they're from him and his partner Eric Faulkner from Boston, so he's got this Boston accent. He's just Chris Romano, I'm this Italian guy. Ladies can't resist me. And also,
if to know him for 15 minutes, you've seen his dick twice.
Yeah. Yeah,
that guy's dick is out.
He's very open. He kind of he lowers the bar of
go to channel101.com and watch Shitbuster. You'll know everything you need to know.
So he finds out in his adulthood, way into being a whole human being, he finds out that Romano was this quickly chosen witness protection program name that I think his dad picked. So, and he was a Lebanese arsonist.
Oh my god!
so this quintessential Boston Italian kid, he's
Lebanese.
All of a sudden you're oh, you're Lebanese.
I'm an Arab. Damn.
Well, he was doing a drunk history, and he was going to talk about the Red Sox winning the World Series, something like that, and he got so drunk. Well, he wasn't drunk enough, so Derek Waters kept getting him drunker and drunker and drunker, and finally he couldn't get past game one. He couldn't get to the game two, and he lost all train of thought. And he goes, "Oh, I'm so sorry. My dad was the most famous arsonist in Massachusetts." And and he's in the witness. They were in the witness relocation program, and I run into Chris Romano in the baby toy section at a Toys R Us. Don't ask why I was there. Or he has a baby. I was just there being a predator apparently. I don't know. But he told us, he's like, I got so drunk, I told the story. He goes, like, a lot of the people I talk about are still alive. They're in jail. Like, it's like, yeah.
Well, because his dad would, those are the dots I was connecting. Mob, Middle Eastern, and the arson business.
My dad will be so happy.
Because I guess he was just a guy you hired. It was like a firebug, you know? You just, like, for insurance, there's a guy that you actually get that specializes in setting the fires.
Like an Arab Ray Liotta. Yeah. It was a movie, guys. Ray Liotta was in it, and he burned the building.
So, the reason we ran into each other at that weird upfronts was because you're in something that's rolling out. Are you only acting in that?
I'm producing it too.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it's what's it called?
Search Party.
Okay.
Just Search Party, not Search Party.
Is it airing yet?
No, it comes out in November.
Okay.
On TBS.
But
they dropped the very funny, so it's just TBS. When I first found out, I was like, TBS, very funny?
Yeah.
And they're like, we're not doing that anymore. I was like, all right.
The only bad thing about the History Channel was that right before I started doing a show on it, they had decided that they were rebranding as just the word history.
Interesting.
So no more channel.
But how?
So then you have to catch yourself. I mean, I'm
on the history.
Ask any of these guys. I made it through the transgender revolution without a hitch. I wove through those cones like a fucking greased shark. But
like a greased shark going through cones.
But if
that doesn't conjure up alacrity.
They were attached to the seafloor. Yes. They weren't floating.
However, having the history thing really threw me. I mean, I was just like, it's the History Channel, and so every time you want to make a joke within the show, like the History Channel people are here, you can't. Somebody goes like.
So they correct you. They're like, no.
I mean, there's no. They're the most laissez-faire, like chill. Non-channel in the world in history. But it would just come through. It just it was an edict that trickled down to my set. So there was just always somebody that was like, it was usually Levy. It's like you got to say history instead of History Channel.
Right.
Fucking dick.
He's crying. Anyways. Oh no, he's laughing. Oh, that's good.
But I mean, I could. Well, whatever. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's a new show.
It's a show. It's good. It's your show. The show is it's a group of friends who are kind of reuniting in the wake of one of their friends' disappearances, right?
Yeah, ish. They're like friends. They're kind of like not the best people. My character's kind of a wallflower, just kind of like she doesn't know what she wants, millennial sort. And then a girl from college she went to school with that she didn't know well at all goes missing. And my character becomes obsessed with trying to find her. So it's like she's not the right person for the job, but she becomes obsessed with it. So I describe it as like a hipster Columbo, kind of.
I mean, that's got my number.
There you go. John Early's in it. Really funny.
Is this based on anything in reality, or is this just...
No, I mean, the creators of the show, Sarah Violet Bliss and Charles Rogers, like, have weird mysteries in their family. But... That's all I'll tell you. But, so they kind of like were inspired by that, like having a mystery and like if something happened, like someone went missing in our lives right now, like what would we do? Like what are the tools we actually have to find somebody? But it's not really based off anything. But now, whether it's because I did the show or not, I noticed so many missing poster things. Like before the show, I was like, people don't go missing anymore. I mean, they do, I guess, but I just like wasn't aware of it. But then now there's so many posters where people are like, call, and it's just like, I've been kind of collecting them in a weird way to validate my career, I think. But
you just never saw. You're now seeing them, and you
I'm just noticing them everywhere, and then that's like the pilot starts. It's a lot of me doing this, like just like staring off into the distance, like looking confused. That's like 90% of the show.
So this is a pilot you shot, or it's been picked up for series?
We shot a whole first season.
Oh,
yeah!
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And we assume if it's a ratings bonanza, then at the end of it, you'll have the extra scene that you shot where she goes like, you know what? I love solving mysteries.
Yeah. Exactly. And then I'm like, if you love solving them too, press A. And then it's an interactive show.
Do you think is it something you do continue to do?
Yeah, I mean, I always have like a little, not to be like, oh, I'm scared of TV, but TV shows go on for like so fucking long. It's kind of insane. So like, I'm not gonna be like, I'd love to do it for the next decade of my life, but I definitely like to do like 3 seasons. I don't know.
Yeah, you'll
I want to do it again.
I mean, this is just the old curmudgeon in me. I was just like shaking my cane at you and going like, "Oh, you'll get a taste of ones that don't last very long." They don't all
like get canceled. I've done like 2 shows that were great, but they've only gone for 2 or 3 seasons. So like, it's nice when they're kind of in that thing. But I don't know what tomorrow is, so I'm okay.
I mean, everything I work on fucking lasts forever too, because my fucking shit gold.
Gold.
I love the new season of Acceptable TV, by the way.
I've never failed at anything. God damn it, fuck you, not you.
No, it says fuck you on your phone.
Yeah. So I tell her to go fuck yourself. Oh, you did Animals. What did you do? First season or second season?
Oh, I did the first season. I was a rat.
Yeah, I think I may have. Did they show that one at Starburns, my animation studio?
Is that yours? I saw it at like the rap party.
Yeah,
like the bar. Were you invited to that?
You know, it's like it's really touch and go with those guys, Phil and Mike, because I just go random now. I just say, hey Phil, hey Mike, and like half the time I nail it.
Oh right, like you don't know which one's which.
Did they look alike, right?
I mean, they're Jewish, is that?
I thought it was. I thought it was free.
Can we have one show where this conversation doesn't happen?
I know the difference, but I was like in a room with them. You know what I mean? Doing improv.
But I know I've been. I have an office in the same building as them. I can go like inspect their faces.
It's about how much you want to know.
I've watched YouTube videos and I've frozen the frame and I'm like someone have a different earlobe. Someone do something.
I think they dress differently. That's what I noticed.
Well, what
maybe you have racial recognition.
I'm pretty, you know, I like to fall back on the face blind phrase, but a lot of people say I'm just a prick. Like, but I think what it is that your brain is battling for glucose, the different sections of it when you're developing. So if catching a frisbee, like makes like your brain think this guy's jam is frisbee, and that's going to lead to more of him in the DNA strain.
Right. So you need to play frisbee with everybody.
So we need to send more resources to the part of your brain that catches and throws frisbees. Like, but you need those early successes to trigger those board meetings, you know. And I think like telling the difference between two people who are mocking you, it only makes it worse to humanize them. You know, I guess
it's considerate, obviously, to like remember people, but at the same time, I'm like, who gives a shit?
That was my earliest power. You know I was like, at least I don't know who you are.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's fun. I remember I met Ryan Gosling once. Ryan, you here? But I met him very briefly. But when I met him, I was like, "Hi, I'm Alia," and he was like, "Alia. So nice to meet you, Alia." And I was like, he's either a Scientologist or just like, you know, works really hard at remembering people's names. And then I ran into him another time and I was like, there's no fucking way Brian Gosling's gonna remember who I am. And he was like, Alia, right? And I was just like, this is why you're a movie star. Like everybody, he's working so hard to remember people's names.
He's also a crime fighter. We've learned on this show. One of our very good friends, Daniel Gillies, is has this story. We have to drag it out of him because he's one of these like high roady fancy pantses. He's a real life hero.
He's like Ryan's just a friend.
But it's like he's a wonderful person. He's a New Zealand actor who like saw news of Katrina happening and just went. I gotta go down there and help, like without no designs on anybody knowing about it. So and then he's in the story. You have to drag it out of him because he knows how it sounds for it. But the story is that so he called Ryan Gosling, his good friend, and Ryan was like, "I'm already on my way."
Ryan's like getting out of bed. He's like, I'm already on my way.
The thing is,
book me a flight.
the part of the story that he leaves out is that Ryan was already in New Orleans because he was there.
Like shooting?
Destroying the levee. So he's the first one on the scene.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's clever.
But you know,
Does it make it
just focus. You know, just act well. You know, like if you
Just
want
be a good movie star, too.
You don't
Like,
have to
yeah.
rig the game like this. I'm sure you're a wonderful performer.
Yeah, our expectations aren't that high of him, right?